Good morning, children. Welcome back. In the last class, we had discussed about matrices. We have seen the different forms of matrices, different types of matrices. In this class, we are going to learn operations on matrices. Okay, what all basic operations you can do on matrices and how to do it when two matrices given to you. Two or more than two matrices given to you. So today I am going to discuss addition of matrices. Okay, addition of matrices. Yes, now if you remember, children, in the last class we had stopped at the topic equality of matrices, right? And we had seen that two matrices are equal if the order of the matrix are same and if the corresponding elements of both the matrices are same. Do you remember this? Yes. So the same concept applies to addition of matrices, children. If suppose if I am given two matrices, for example, if I am given two matrices, say my first matrix is say A equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, okay, and I have a matrix B of the type say E, F, G, H, I and J. Okay, so it says that, children, two matrices can be added only if they are of the same order. Isn't it? Yes or no? Otherwise it will not make sense. If two matrices are not of the same order, you will not be able to find the corresponding elements and add it. Yes or no? So here, children, if you see in this example, here you can see a 2 row 3 column. That means a 2 cross 3 matrix. And here also I have 2 row and 3 columns. So addition of matrices are possible only when the order of the matrices are same. Because when the order of the matrices are same, you can add the positions at the respective positions. For example, you can add the element at the respective position. For example, A11, here it is A. At the same position, here it is E. So it is A plus E. Now A12, here you have B and here you have F. Yes, so it is B plus F. Similarly, you have A13. Yes, you have A21. Right? There is no confusion. Directly corresponding elements you add it. Is that clear? So addition of matrices is possible only when the matrix is of the same order, so that you can add the elements at the respective positions. Okay, so that means if AB are of not same order, then A plus B is not defined. If both the matrices are of different order, then A plus B is not defined. Is that clear? Yes. Okay. Now, let us see some properties of matrix. Okay. Let us see some properties of matrix. Addition, properties of matrix addition. Okay, so first property says that if I have a matrix A equal to, last time I taught you how to write general form of a matrix, A equal to Aij and B is equal to Bij. They both are matrices of same order. Then the property says that matrix addition is commutative. That means A plus B is same as B plus A. Yes, if you look at this example, it is clear, no, children, here. If A and B or B and A, answer is going to be the same. Yes or no? So let us prove this, okay? So let me start with my LHS. I am going to start with my LHS, left hand side, A plus B. So A plus B is nothing but my matrix Aij plus Bij. But inside this, because they are of the same order, elements at the respective positions will be added. So what it will be, children? It will be Aij plus Bij. Yes. Now if I want, I can rewrite it as Bij plus Aij. Right? Now if I want, I can break it as Bij plus Aij, because they are either functions or some numbers. So what will happen? This is my matrix B and this is my matrix A. I started with A plus B, so I got matrix addition is matrix addition is commutative. Is that clear? Now the second property. Okay, the second property is matrix addition is If three matrices are given, matrix addition is associative. Okay. So I have the same matrices. A, I have Aij. I hope you understood what is Aij. Aij means element in the ith row and jth column. So Aij, I have B is equal to say Bij. You know that children, elements of the matrix are represented in general form using small letters. Okay, they all are of same order, because we have learned children matrix can be added only if they are of the same order. Then it says that A plus B then C is same as A plus B and C. This is how we have. Suppose this is how we used to do our associative law. We used to write generally like this, no? First, second, and then third is same as first, then second and third. Okay. So let's start with the proof of this property. Okay. So I'm going to start with LHS here. What's my LHS? A plus B with C. So by definition, this is children what? Inside this bracket you are adding your Aij plus your Bij, right? Its answer you are adding with Cij. So now these both matrix addition, if you want you can put your round bracket, okay? No problem in that. Aij plus Bij, or inside you put a round bracket if you have any confusion, plus Cij. Is that clear? Now next step what I am going, because these are all real numbers, or what to say, functions, their addition is always associative, because if they are numbers or if they are some functions, you can always, the final value will be a number, even though it's a function or it's a number, the final answer is a magnitude, is a number. So addition of numbers is associative. So what I can do, I can write here Aij, then I can pull Bij plus Cij together. I can move here because they are numbers, so addition of numbers is associative. Okay. So in the next step what I can do, children? Okay, Bij and Cij I have separated out, because matrix is numbers, addition is addition is associative. Okay. So now what will I get, children? I will get this as Aij plus Aij plus, I can write it as, separate it out, again they are numbers, commutative or simple definition of numbers. Okay, so now what this will be turning out to be? This will turn out as A plus B plus C. Is that clear? Did you understand how did I jump from here to here? Because basically they are numbers. So when numbers, addition of numbers is associated. So what I will do is, I will consider Bij and Cij. Right? So I have written Bij and Cij together. Okay. Now, next step what I have done, children, because they are, what to say, they are elements of two different matrices, addition at respective places, I can break it into two different parts. So it has come like this. So you have your right hand side, so it is associative. Okay. Now next one is existence of third property. You know that after that immediately comes this existence of additive identity, because whenever we study properties, the pattern is like that: associative, commutative, associative, identity, and then yes, inverse. Correct. So again I am going to start with A equal to Aij, B any M cross N matrix. Suppose this time I am naming it as M cross N matrix. Okay. Then what the property says that, then there exists a matrix, O, okay, O, whose order is also M cross N, such that A plus B, okay, or I can write not B, I have used here O. A plus O is equal to O plus A is equal to A. This is the definition of identity, children. To A, you are adding some matrix such that it is identity matrix, and you get back your A. Now because addition of matrix is commutative, I have written it this way also. So what does it say? This will happen then. Your O will be called as identity under addition for a matrix. And O is an M cross N matrix. So you can guess, children, this O right? This O will be the additive identity for this matrix addition. Or simple, you can say that this O will be your zero matrix. Yes or no? So suppose if I have entries here 1, 2, 3, 4, suppose, okay. Now if I want to get back 1, 2, 3, 4, what element will you add here, children? Yes, you have to get a zero matrix and you will be here. Or you can say the matrix O, whatever is in the position, it is called as additive identity for matrix addition. Is that clear? Right? Now I gave you specific example of 0, 0 as additive identity here because I have considered real numbers. Okay. Now the next one is additive inverse. So you know that, children, if additive identity is there, then additive inverse also you can create, right? So for every matrix A equal to Aij, the order of the matrix is M cross N, there exists a matrix B equal to, say, minus Aij, okay, which is also of the order M cross N, and it is denoted by minus of A such that, okay, now here whatever B I am saying, it is here minus of A, okay, such that A plus B is equal to O, A plus B is equal to O is equal to B plus A. Or you can say A plus minus A is equal to O is equal to minus A plus A. Okay, I have just used different notation for the same thing. Okay, that is B. B will have additive inverse, means it will be minus of the original matrix A, right? So I have written as A plus minus of A equal to O, that is equal to minus A plus A, because matrix addition is commutative. So you can see here, right? If it is 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and if I want here O in real numbers, so it is 0, 0, 0, 0. So I will put here minus 1, right? If I have like that, children, if I have this real numbers as in elementary matrix, what I will do? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So that will give me my O. Yes. So basically what is this, children? If this is my matrix A, if I see here, this is minus of A, because you can see all entries inside are multiplied by a minus sign. Is that clear? So this is called as additive inverse of A or negative of A. Okay, additive inverse of A, or it is called as negative of a matrix A. Is that clear? Now moving on to second operation. You know that second basic operation which is possible is multiplication of a matrix. Now just I have shown you minus of A, okay, so I can define here multiplication of matrix. Here what is done? A is multiplied by minus 1. So multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. So how it is defined? Scalar means any constant number, okay, any constant value. Okay, so suppose if I have a matrix A equal to Aij, and if its order is M cross N, children, and if I have K as a scalar, if I have a small k as a scalar, children, then it says that you can have multiplication of a scalar by a matrix. Then how will be the entries of the matrix? Entries of the matrix will be all the entries inside the matrix will be multiplied by K. Is that clear? So Ka is the matrix of order M cross N obtained by multiplying each element of your original matrix A by K. So this is called as multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. 1 minute back I showed you here, right? This is what is done here. It is done multiplication of this matrix A by minus 1. Is that clear? So the only thing is when it is a, you just pull that element to all the elements inside the matrix by multiplication. Is that clear? So because of this we have a concept. I have already developed it before under addition. negative of a matrix. What is that negative of a matrix? Very simple. That means if A is equal to Aij, then if I multiply this by minus 1 of A, by this definition it is minus of A. So that is nothing but minus Aij. So for every matrix A, there is a negative matrix. Right? Okay, and if that negative matrix, if you add and you get O, then that is called as, that negative matrix is called as the inverse of a matrix. Okay, so multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. So its particular example will give you, when you multiply by minus 1, you will get negative of that matrix. Is that clear? Yes. Next, moving on to properties of scalar multiplication. Children, now it may not be very interesting because it is theory, right? When you are given problems, you will enjoy solving the problems. But I have to teach the theory, right? So I am doing this. Okay. When you will start doing problems, you will enjoy it. Okay. But let me discuss what is the theory so that we can learn it. Okay. In the exam, you should be more concerned about the problem solving, and the theory part can come as an 1 mark objective, okay, to just identify what is the property or what is the correct answer of this property. Okay, so children, suppose if I have two matrices of the same order. See, always remember children, any operations of any matrix, any operations on any two matrix or more than two matrix is possible only when they are of the same order. Okay, so when you are operating on two matrices, always keep in mind that whether it is addition or multiplication or whatever it is, or comparing whether they are equal or not, the first and foremost thing is they should be of the same order. So I have A equal to Aij, I have B equal to Bij. Okay, its order is m cross n. Same order I am giving, m cross n. Okay. And if I have k and l as scalars. Okay. Scalars means some constants. Okay. So it says that k times a plus b. Okay. First property says k times a plus b is ka plus kb. Okay. Second property says that k plus l of your matrix A is Ka plus La. Okay. So what here you are doing? First you are adding the matrices, then multiplying by a scalar is same as multiplying by a scalar each matrices separately and then adding it. It is obvious, right? It's very obvious. Here what you are doing, if two scalars are given to multiply a matrix, then it is saying that you add the scalars, then multiply, the same as multiplying individually with two different scalars and then adding it. Okay, so let's see the first one. First one, k times of a plus b. How it will be, children? By definition, it is Aij. If you know this well, you can skip this step and you can directly write it as Aij plus Bij. Yes. Now by the definition of multiplication of a scalar of a matrix, now children, what will happen? K can be pulled inside. So how it will be, children? It will be k times of Aij plus k times of Aij plus Bij outside. Only one k, no? So I have put it outside. Okay. Now what will happen? Now children, what can happen? This can be, k can be taken inside, right? Because it is multiplication of a scale. Again I am using multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. So this will be how, children? This k will go equally to both of them. So how I can do here? I can do here Kaij plus Kbij, both of them. Okay. So this is nothing but individually Kaij plus individually Kbij, because basically they are numbers. Yes or no? Yes. Now if you want, again reapplying the property, children, k can be pulled out from here. So k, we are traveling back. So it is Kaij plus Kbij. Yes. So this is nothing but Ka plus Kb. Got it? Just applying here back and forth. So k times of addition of matrices is same as multiplying with each of the matrices separately and then adding it. Okay. Now let's go for k plus L of A is Ka plus La. Okay, the second one. So the second one is K plus L of A. This is my LHS. So this will be how, children? K plus L of my matrix Aij. Yes, now K plus L is a scalar. So multiplication of a scalar inside a matrix is allowed. So this will be like this. Or you need not write here like this, Aij. Okay. I pulled it inside. Okay. So now how it will be again, multiplication. Scalar can go inside. So K Aij plus L Aij. Yes, children. Again, go traveling back. Multiplication of a scalar by a matrix. Reverse way. Yes. So this is nothing but Ka plus La. Okay, children. Or you can do one more thing. I generally suggest my students, in this kind of cases, the last step you write here. Okay, then you can travel back this way, again you will reach here, or if you move from here, again you reach here, because Ka means this. Yes, next time what you can do, because it is, now this L will come here. Okay, this L should come here, sorry, this L should come here. Okay, so this time like this, then this means that this should go inside, this should go inside. This means K plus L, Aij is a common matrix, so Aij is pulled out, K plus L. So K plus time, again multiplication of matrix by scalar, it will pull outside and you travel this. So it's a two-way, this way also and backward also. Is that clear, children? Yes. Now comes the most important topic, is very important part of this is, next operation is multiplication of matrices. Okay, we learned addition of matrices, we learned multiplication of a matrix by a scalar, then we learned properties of matrix under addition, properties of matrix under multiplication. Now we are going to learn multiplication of matrices. Okay, children. So multiplication of matrices means minimum 2. So suppose, children, if I have a matrix Aij and its order is M cross P, and if I have matrix Bij and if its order is say P cross N, then the definition say that you will have a matrix C whose entries will be of the type Cij and its order will be of the type M cross N, where each Cij will be summation of k running from 1 to n of Aik into Bkj, where 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to M, and 1 less than or equal to J less than or equal to N. Okay, because I is the number of rows, J is the number of columns. I can take maximum M, J can take maximum N. So just carefully look at it. Yes. Now, children, here Cij means element in the ith position and ith row and jth position. So if you carefully look here, children, here I have a matrix Aij, its order should be M cross P. I have a matrix Bij, then its order should be P cross N. So if you carefully look here, children, you can see that the number of columns of the first matrix and the number of rows of the second matrix, if they are same, only then you have matrix multiplication possible. I repeat, the number of columns of the first matrix should be same as number of rows of the second matrix, then only you will have matrix multiplication possible. Now how will be the elements of this? It is Cij. How is Cij, children? It is Aik. Let us put the values here. K. Let us put the values here. K as 1. So how it will be, children? Ai1. Yes, Ai1 and B1j plus Ai2 and B2j. Understood? Plus dot so on and so forth. Till where it can go? It can go some value P. Okay, some value P. So AIP, okay, maximum, and BPJ. So what is happening here, children? A, B, can you see? So what can you mean? What do you mean here, children? The elements of your matrix A with its corresponding element in matrix B is multiplied and is added. Yes or no? Just carefully look here. A, B, and it is adding. So what is done here is the element of the first row is multiplied with the element of the first column and then they are added. Okay, I will explain it through an example, children. For example, if I have a matrix A, its entries are 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. If I have a matrix, now what is the order of this matrix? 2 rows, 3 columns. Yes. Now suppose if again I have a matrix, okay, say I have I'll just make it as again some 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so the entries are say 1, 1, 3, 2, 0, 3, 1, 5, 6. Okay, so what it says that, children, first the definition says that number of columns of the first matrix should be same as number of rows of the second matrix. Yes, so then AB will be possible and AB will be called as C. Now what is happening here? A11 will get multiplied with B11 plus A12 will get multiplied. This I means that row, right? J means that particular column, right? So I will start with 1, J will start with 1. So how it will be? A11 into B11 plus A12 into B21 plus A13 and B31. Or in short, what do I mean here is simple calculation. This element 1 will go with 1 row and column like that. So first row, first column. So 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1. 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 3 into 3. Now this matrix will be again 2 cross 3. MN, right? Second. Now next time, second row and first column. So how it will be, children? It will be 4 into 1 plus 5 into 1 plus 6 into 3. Got it? Now here it will be 1 into 2. 1 into 2 is 2 plus 2 into 0 is 0 plus 3 into 3 is 9. So how much it is? 2 plus 9, 11. I am not writing because I close the bracket here. Okay. Now here 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 5 into 0, 0 plus 6 3s are 18. So 8 plus 18 is 26. Alright. Similarly, first row, third column. Okay. So every row will go with every column. Is that clear? Similarly, 1 with 1. 1 plus 2 into 5, 10. So 10 plus 1, 11. And 3 6 are 18. So it will make it 29. Okay, 1 plus 10, 11 plus 18. Now here 4 1s are 4. 5 5s are 25. So 4 plus 25, 29. 29 plus 6 6 are 36. So how much it will come? 65. Did you get me? So final answer will be this 2 plus 3 plus 9, 2 plus 3. Sorry, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 9 is 12. 4 plus 5, 9 plus 18, 27. 11, 26, 29, 65. 2 cross 3. Did you understand the matrix multiplication? Matrix multiplication simple. If you don't understand this, just understand in simple words. First row here will be multiplied by first column. Then first row will be multiplied by second column. First row will be multiplied by the third column. Second row, first column, second row, second column, second row, third column. That means every row and every matrix multiplication is done and is written at the proper respective places. Is that clear, children? So, today we have learned different operations on matrices. Next time, children, when we will solve problems, it will be more clear for you. Okay. So next time when I come, we will solve some problems. Then it will be clear for you. Okay. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.